It's held up by nothing but a nail.
Grog, you sea scum. I'm ablaze here.
If it worked with the nail in the cabin, it'll work here too. I'm not surprised the nail came out so easily. The wood's been eaten up by termites.
I'm fainting from hunger.
My word! Either I do away with that bothersome sword, or I'll never get inside. That's it. As our elders used to say, brains are better than brawn. I hope to have done away with that little sword problem. I'll close the door behind me so nobody comes in. So this was the feared demon dog. His size adapts better to me pocket than Russian mongrels, so I think I'll take him captive. I'd love to take possession of his sword, but lumbago is a serious malady. I hereby bestow upon you the right to remain silent as long as I wish, at risk of receiving another blow to the noggin should you open one eye. Holy treasure trove! There's more gold here than in my Uncle Albert's wisdom teeth. Malentunius may be the worst, but there's no denying he can pillage like the best. By Jove, it's the horrific Smoky R. Plantenberg. Lost it. It's Andreas Spider. None other than Baron von Kordsmeyer. May his soul rest in Lucifer's bosom. By Jove, what's the Nakayama Rogue? Now this was a pirate, the one and only Alpha Khan. No way! It's Lula of the Sea, Mario Landlubber, and Carlotta Scurvy, co-captains of the Dragon Queen. Okay, but be very careful.
Whoever you are, I'm telling you to wait your turn behind the white line for devil's sake. Wait! You're the prisoner!
Congratulate me then, matey.
Ah, you've escaped?
You're the one who shackled me up. Did you think an Englishman like me wouldn't be able to break free?
You're right, by devil. What happened then?
The captain released me and made me a crew member.
Me most swashbuckling congratulations, mate. So what sort of dog are you now?
What?
You know, matey. What canine nickname has our captain decided to christen you with?
Barbarian Bloodhound.
Nice choice, by devil. By the way, mine is Husky Hound. What can I help you with, Barbarian Bloodhound?
Why are you standing there?
I'm doing me regular duty on the Orion. Spitting out certificates to whoever needs one, guarding the dungeon entrance, and giving out the daily ration of grog to all the half-breed dogs on this crew.
What types of certificates do you issue?
No, I don't issue anything, thank me lucky stars. What I do is fill 'em out, spit 'em, and seal 'em. There's all kinds. The minimal hygiene certificate, the one for swine-like traders, the frustrated house husband's merit badge, official certification for eye patches, hooks and peg legs, but most importantly of all, the certificate for pirates of low moral standing.
Is the grog rationed?
Of course, by devil! Didn't they teach you don't drink and navigate at pirate school? Therefore, every member of the crew is entitled to 1 bottle and just 1 bottle per day of fine grog.
Serve me up a frosty mug of grog.
By devil, bring me a bottle, and I'll fill her up for you. But first, would you be so kind as to display your certificate for pirates of low moral standing?
You'll simply have to trust me word, because I appear to have left it at home.
Matey, you know we pirates don't trust anyone's word.
I would like one certificate for pirates of low moral standing, if that isn't a problem.
Then bring me a form, and it'll be a pleasure for me to fill it out for you, spit it, and seal it. First, you have to pass 3 tests. But that should cause no problem to your despicable excellency. First of all, a pirate worthy of his name must never show any sign of compassion. So you must commit one act of extreme cruelty. Secondly, a pirate respects no private property other than his own, for which purpose you must bring me certifiable proof of plundering and pillaging. Thirdly, any pirate with self-respect has to know about the great masters of piracy. So I'll be giving you a little quiz on the history of classical ruffianism.
What sort of acts do you consider to be of extreme cruelty?
Well, most involve causing violent damage to someone, dicing them and then pounding their skull. The usual. But in your case, since we can't be losing any members of the crew right now, or our prisoner, Fifi Foxhound, you'll have to come up with something else.
Just what does the plundering and pillaging test consist of?
Oh, you need only bring me a booty. Nothing big. A small nugget of gold would suffice. However, be advised not to take it from the treasure hold in our ship, or Demon Dog will tear out your vital organs with his fangs. Haven't you seen the skinny guy swinging around outside the captain's cabin? Guess where he tried to enter?
Who exactly is Demon Dog?
He's the most heinous member of our crew. A long-tailed, dirty-clawed devil that only Captain Malantunez dare approach.
Dangerous in what sense?
More dangerous than the stammering poet of Hispaniola. More than the hiccuping barber of Veracruz. And even more than the anti-grog league of Gringa Santa Island.
That Demon Dog is more frightening than a visit by the Grim Reaper.
We can change the topic if you wish.
What can you tell me about the hidden beacon of Avernus?
Whatever you like, given that I'm a renowned expert on the topic. Did you know I recently gave a conference at the Symposium for Piracy and Evil Arts at Tortuga University?
How is it you became so knowledgeable about the topic?
Due to me memory and fine reasoning skills, Captain Malantunez soon comprehended that I was the intellectual soul of the Orion. So he sat down and explained everything he knows about the beacon to me, to pass on the knowledge.
Is it true that the beacon shines during battles?
True it is, when the captain places it on the figurehead right before entering combat. Its blazing red light shines like 1,000 infernos, causing bedazzlement and terror in the hearts of our unfortunate foes.
When one mentions the hidden beacon of Avernus, what is one really talking about?
The beacon is a stone originating from the very fires of hell. And Satan used it in the days of yore as a beacon for all the vessels in the infernal fleet of the underworld, sailing the mortal seas, indicating the bearing towards all good that could be turned into evil.
Where is the beacon hidden?
Now there you've got me stumped. Such information is secret and useless too, for only Captain Malantunez can touch it. Any other who, by venture or undue rummaging, might discover its location would have both fingers and hands burned to a crisp upon touching it, and then would be chased by hell-bent hordes till the end of all time, which is quite a long while, I hear.
Isn't the devil upset by the fact that Malantunez has it now?
Quite the opposite, matey. Though it's true Captain Malantunez swiped it most fiendishly, the Prince of Darkness is charmed with the outcome. For the Orion's recent performance in pillaging and evil has surpassed the forecasted amount for the infernal fleet of the underworld in a whole fiscal century. What Mr. Mephistopheles is a bit worried over is that Captain Malantunez disemboweled his beloved seven-tailed dragon and had the gall to cut out its tongue.
I think I know enough about the beacon now, Husky Hound.
Do my tales horrify you? 1,000 wretched pardons, matey.
Chatting with ye has been a smashin' pleasure, Husky Hound.
Likewise, barbarian bloodhound.
Let's read the sign. Deposit useless junk here. Underneath in fine print it says, "'Tis every pirate's responsibility to recycle."
Pues sabed que un infierno ya me abraza por trincar demasiado ron. Resaca, hey, ho.
I'd better not. The water might wake him. Though, I have heard rumors about strange reactions when you mix water with certain products. That might come in handy. I shall consider it, but first I should place some other elements into the water. I don't know why, but I don't think there's anything useful in here. Napkins, silverware, clean clothes, stuffed dodo, pirate's brain, a travel sewing kit. Look, a rubber chicken on a pole. But darn, it's missing the battery. 24.5 gigahertz Pentorium 7 processor, cotton swabs to clean the ears, a Trentorian spaceship. By Jove, it's a wedge of cheese. Though, wait. Maybe the time has come for that bar of soap to help me demonstrate the truth of certain unproven legends in the world of chemistry. A pine-scented nautical air freshener, a watch fork. No, besides that vile bar of soap, there's nothing worth snatching.
Un infierno ya me abraza por trincar demasiado ron. Resaca, hey, ho.
I've heard odd tales about what transpires when adding this malignant substance known as soap to common everyday water. Let us now authenticate its verisimilitude. Oh, wonder of wonders! Yuck! Some bubbly pox reminiscent of baby drool has appeared in the water, as if it were rabid. I must christen me creation with a name. Soapified water. Soapy water? Something like that.
Wasn't Storm Torns the front?
What? And remove the layer of filth I've spent years building up?
Un infierno ya me abraza por trincar demasiado ron. Resaca, hey, ho.
Yes. Could everything I've heard about soapy water and its effects on filth be true? I'm not a man of science and philosophy, but I do enjoy experiments. Let's try. Keep quiet, you whippersnapper, or I'll swab the deck with you. Unbelievable! The filth simply melted from his shaggy coat like witchcraft. Even though he's awake, he's no threat to me anymore. Everyone knows a pirate loses strength if he loses his filth. It's like scalping the dreadlocks off a Barbary pirate.
Oxen, jog this down in the ship's log. 2 jugs of bleach and some toilet paper from the deck.
Look here, Husky Hound.
Buen San Pedro, no me neguéis la entrada.
Sink me! What have you done to him? His coat is practically shining. The poor devil, demon dog, he'll never lift his head from the shame. How could you commit such an evil deed? Are you that ruthless? That cruel? I thought you were more honorable. Congratulations, you've committed an act of extreme cruelty with cum laude honors. Hats off to you, matey.
Mas al fin, si es que de acabar colgando mi mujer morirse son borracho.
My reputation as a pirate isn't grand enough to rob another pirate's treasure, but can't squander the opportunity to grab that nice little antique over there and run. It's the Great Dosiqua, ranked #1 in the last issue of World's Top 10 Idols.
Que me hacen filo anhelo, min fortunios que aún estoy sereno. Hey,
Take a look at this, Husky Hound.
Sink me! If that isn't certifiable proof of level 3 plundering and pillaging, then I miss Trinidad and Tobago. Congratulations, you passed the test.
Say, Husky Hound.
Wasn't Storm Torrens the front?
What can I help you with, Barbarian Bloodhound?
I'd like to take the test in History of Classical Ruffianism.
Let us begin then. Question 1. Who was the ship's cook in the famous crew of the ill-fated Captain Flint?
Long John Silver.
I knew you'd get that right. Let's continue. Question 2. What was the original trade of Captain Blood, which was most convenient for someone wanting to become a bloodthirsty pirate?
Doctor.
Well done, boy. Let's move on to the next. Question 3. How did Captain Swallow escape from the island where Captain Barbossa abandoned him for the first time?
By inventing turtle surfing, as everyone knows.
Quite inventive indeed. And to think, some people dare say he was rescued by a boat of rum traffickers completely by chance. Anyway, you must answer one final query. By means of what ingenious combination of trips did the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove reach the Caribbean Express port of call on Chickpea Island?
What?
I know it's a silly question, so I'll give you some background information. At the beginning of their careers, peg-legged pirates Henry Wobblins, Diego El Cojuelo, Jean-David Leclope, and João de Passarromo did not possess their own ships. So they set sail on the Caribbean Express, headed for Chickpea Island, where they found treasure map H94856 in Lentil Cove. Like good pirates, they were mischievous rogues who fought over the map for days, until exhaustion led them to tear the map in 4 and cooperate with each other. The last Caribbean Express was to pass through Chickpea Island 8 days later.
Come on,
because
you
it was
ready,
early in the
or
morning,
I'll make you
they had
ammunition
8.5
for the
days to get
cannons.
back to the port. The problem was that during the ruffian-esque brawl, they'd lost 3 of their 4 wooden legs. They decided they'd return to the port in pairs, with one pirate wearing the sole remaining peg leg and the other leaning upon him. Afterward, one of the 2 would return to Lentil Cove using the wooden leg, then forming a new pair to return to the port, and so on until all 4 could reach the boat's point of arrival. The order they chose was to be of the utmost importance, because some were faster than others. Henry Wobblin stuck a pebble into his boot, because the pain in his sole would increase his speed. And therefore, though he weighed more than a sperm whale, he was able to reach the port in just 1/2 of a day. Diego El Cojuelo was used to running, and even though this time he was wearing garments and there was no cuckold in hot pursuit of him, he could still reach the port in 1 day. Jean-David Leclope bragged he was the lightest of the lot, but he'd ingested some stomach-wrenching berries that forced him to lower his breeches every 15 steps. Wherefore, he would take 2.5 days to make the same journey. João de Passarromo was the world record holder in poultry chasing, but it took him no less than 5 days to walk the distance to the port, because after a violent bout of hunger, he'd snacked on 5 of the 5 toes on his remaining foot. I'll sum up the situation for you. Henry Wobblins took 1/2 a day to reach the port. Diego El Cojuelo took 1 day. Jean-David Leclope 2.5, and João de Passarromo 5. They only had 1 wooden leg, and the Caribbean Express was going to call at port 8.5 days later. and every pair would take at least the time needed by the slower of the two to get to the port. In that case, which two pirates were the first to go to the port of call?
Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo.
And therefore it took them 1 day. Now tell me, which of them returned to Lentil Cove with the wooden leg?
Henry Wobblins.
All told, that makes a total of a day and a half. Don't get your waistcoat in a wad. You're not doing bad. Which was the second pair to walk to the port?
João de Passaromo and Jean-David Leclople.
All told, that makes a total of 6.5 days. Now, tell me, which of the 3 pirates at the port returned to Lentil Cove with a wooden leg?
Diego El Cojuelo.
All told, that makes a total of 7.5 days. Since at that time, the ones left at Lentil Cove were Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo, who only needed 1 day to reach the Caribbean Express port. They managed to get there in time, save their lives, put the map back together, find the treasure, and go down in ruffian history as the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove. Congratulations to you, mate. You've passed the test on history of classical ruffianism.
Presto! Now I've passed all 3 tests required to become a pirate of low moral standing.
And by me faith, ye passed with flying colors. As soon as you bring me the certificate, we'll make this official.
Their technical name is katanas, if I remember right. Why, they're the cartographical wonderworks of Pyrrhus Ray and Juan de la Cosa. Certificates of... Aye, I'll take one of these. A certificate for pirates of low moral standing. There you have it, Husky Hound.
No he llanta, doy que me has pensilo aner.
Let's see. You've passed all 3 challenges. The form looks official. Aye, aye. What's your real name?
Brescian Boskov, captain of the just Brescian Boskov, that's all.
The last name starts with B-H.
Oh man, this might take a while. How may I ask have you been, Husky Hound?
O-U-G-H.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Where have I heard that little ditty?
Well, here you go. Your certificate properly filled in, spitted and sealed. Good day, sir.
That's quite a work of art indeed.
B5!
Now you'll fill it for me, right?
Of course I remember spitting the certificate for you. But don't be asking for more till tomorrow.
I'll get by with this, thanks. Besides, me doctor's forbidden me from drinking alcohol.
Shut your mouth, or you'll make this pirate cry.
Buen San Pedro no me
Aye aye! Now that I possess me swashbuckler new certificate for pirates of low moral standing, I have the guts to do that and more. see what to take. This thing here. Ooh, this too. Not that. Well, okay. This. That over there. Well, I would have felt just terrible if I'd left anything behind. Now you may inquire, how did I fit everything into me pocket? It's simple. The 3D object modeling department found it appropriate to issue me a voucher, so as to walk with less weight in me trousers. I can't figure out what it is. I guess I skipped over it when I took the rest of the treasure. By Jove, it's a funnel. Not very worthy as a piece of treasure, but I could use it as a megaphone for speaking to the crew of the Interfector.